Welcome back to Goodfellas Gaming. This is Mikey Goodfellas7. Thank you all for your participation on the poll I posted this week. I very much appreciate the feedback. Random horror game will be coming up after this upload as promised. Anyways, we're back in Rainbow Six Extraction and I'm going to show you guys how to complete and become Diamond on the brand new Maelstrom challenge that started today, and I'll be covering the new Spillover event soon after. Sit back, grab your snacks, and let's fucking go. Alright, so we're starting off in Iridice Valley, Alaska. I chose to play as Rook with some randoms who end up playing as Smoke and Ella. Little did I know, Rook can be stupid OP on this Maelstrom, especially in the later subzones. First subzone objective is serial scan with cloaked Archies, and it's an easy one. Easy. I brought in the V308 assault rifle with a muzzle barrel, paralysis, and the new auto turret from the new Spillover event studies. That just started this week. It's always going to be mostly breachers, bloaters, and grunts on the first subzone. It's easy shit. But as you can see here, we don't even have any communication with each other, but we still covered each other's backs very, very nicely going into here. Just taking these guys out one by one before we even start the serial scan. But yeah, we cover each other's backs pretty good in this one. Couple hits here and there later on, but nothing to be concerned about. Like I said, mostly bloaters and grunts. But you can hold it down pretty easily, like I said, as long as you guys, watch each other's backs. That's what matters most. As you can see here, we're just covering each blind spot. Covering each other's backs, watching the wall that they climb over right over here. And we're watching that door that hasn't been broke yet. Then we move to the last one here. It's on the inside of this building. And then that's it, and the serial scan. So, easy subzone.
There you go, the elite's ally.
Alright, now moving in for the second subzone. This one's going to be Hunt with armored nests. And the targets are going to be Tormentors leading up to an, an elite Apex. Yeah, again, surprisingly without communication, we go in loud on purpose, so the targets make their way to us, and we don't need to go searching for them one at a time. Plus, the nests are armored, so at that point you gotta get up close to take them out efficiently. You can spend a bunch of ammo on them, but it's for sure not fucking worth it. You'll go through your entire fucking ammo. I get caught up by some spores here. Don't even see my teammate. He could have knocked them off, but I used a paralysis. Alright, so as you can see here, the Tormentors ended up making their way to us. because we disturbed so much of this subzone. So it makes it easier for us because we can take them out fast and then get to the elite, whatever that may be. In this case, it was an apex. Sometimes, you know, depending on what difficulty you're playing on, depending on what game mode you're playing, it could be a Protean, it could be a Smasher, it could be a good amount of, you know, high-level Archies. But as you can see here, we clear this out. And we see that the elite apex is coming. I don't think I saw him at this time, but then I saw him right there. I was like, okay, maybe I can flank him. And then he appears right there, so he landed straight into my paralysis, which helped take him down. Tormentors definitely came in to back him up, but there was no help in this guy. He was done. Over with.
The enemy had a building a dream team. It ain't happening.
But, you know, you stick to a 20 meter to 50, 50 meter radius between each other. Most of these subzones you can handle, and not take as many hits because you got more firepower and safety. Especially when it comes to going against the Tormentors and the Elite Apex. Now, going into the third subzone. This one is a tough son of a bitch because there's spontaneous sludge and it's decontamination. So I think, in my opinion, two of the most difficult missions and mutations to go against. You guys can let me know what you think are the most difficult in the comments below if you'd like. But I think this is by far the one that I hate the most. I hate decontamination. Horrible nightmares. Horrible. Luckily, I played this Maelstrom beforehand, a match before this, and knew where the decontamination nests are. Literally, when you come out of the subzone, they're right to the left, and keep going left. And just like that, we're on to the fourth subzone. This one's got Caustic Sprawl, and the mission is Biopsy. Take out the Tormentor real quick. Unfortunately, I made a lot of mistakes on this one, and you'll see why. It was very aggressive for no reason. Up here is exactly when it happened. I got hit by way too many grunts. Somehow survived it. Don't know how, but survived it. This one I recommend taking your time. As you can see here, there's a lot to be concerned with. Tormentors, luckily grunts, no spikers, so that helps out. We end up finding out that the biopsy took a while for them to come out, but it was the rooters. I think we come across one coming up here. Take him out really easy because we took out most of his buddies. Yeah. Took a lick right there, but my buddy was behind me. Luckily, he could get me up. And since I'm playing as Rook, I got that, permanent armor. And I also put another one down just in case I go down again or in case my teammate goes down. Because as you can see here, it's pretty hectic. And then after this, we grab the last biopsy target, and that's it. Easy. Just clear out the area, take your time. Alright, moving on to Subzone 5. This is one of the easier objectives, especially once you get past 4 subzones. It's nest tracking with blinding spore carriers. Most of the nests are right next to each other on this map, so as long as you're quiet, which is easier when you stick together for taking down enemies, you'll be able to knock this one out as fast as we do here. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right next to each other, with barely anybody on the nest. This one's got spikers. This one's got a lot of spikers and rooters.
That's enough data. We'll find out what
And just like that, Subzone 5 is over with. Moving on to Subzone 6, this is Triangulation. With Sprawl Overflow, so nothing to be concerned about as far as the mutation. But there are some big bads on this one. You got Spikers, Grunts, Smashers, and Tormentors. Best way to go about this one is be with your team and carve your way all, carve a path all the way to the triangulation points. I struggled on this one because I assumed I could, lone wolf.
That's the right idea, but start
But
with the first station.
sometimes that's just never a good idea. Stuck together with them most of the time, but around the last triangulation point I veered off by myself and I ended up getting fucked because of it. This is why it's better to stick as a team. So end up taking out the big boys first as much as possible. Take some hits there by some spikers. What's most important is clearing those smashers out because they're going to do the most damage. There's a couple of times where I've been caught by a smasher and I was in the never-ending hit cycle where he just kept hitting me and I couldn't do anything. He ended up hitting me down. But we found B. Now we just gotta find C. This is where I go lone wolf and start veering off because I'm getting confident. I realize there's only 3 subzones left. Check my corners. Check the ceilings. Start clearing out the room. Luckily the smashers are so damn loud you can kind of figure out where they are. That's what I do here. Got knocked here, and this is what I was talking about, Start doing shit by yourself, could be the end of you, because I didn't have a self-revive kit, remember, I had the auto turret. Bam, back up. Like I said, you don't die, that should have been a death right there for me. But since I have the permanent armor, all I need is a revive. And you can pair this with a self-revive kit, and it's fucking stupid OP. Alright, moving on to Subzone 7. Doing Specimen. This one's got the Chimera Frog, what do you call it? I believe it's Chimera Fog, right? Let's see here. Yeah, Chimera Fog. There are a lot of Tormentors and Spikers on this one. These are the types, but overall, these are the types of subzones that Rook comes in clutch on because, if you have his ability and you have the armor, you can put it down. And on this Maelstrom, they do give a lot of abilities. So, if you play as Rook, you only need it a couple times, obviously. You're not going to go down every subzone. At least I hope not. You shouldn't be playing Maelstrom if that's the case. But yeah, as you can see here, we start getting overrun a little bit. But there's a lot of Spikers and Tormentors, so you gotta take your time. You gotta take your time. And I realized Skinny Bones over here who's playing as Smoke, he went down. And you see there's that little marker right next to his name on the left-hand side there. That's blinking. That means he's gonna die if he goes down again. So that's why I was kind of telling him, yo, go grab your armor, because now you won't go down. Officially, you won't die. Ends up saving us. Ends up clutching this entire run. As you can see, we're all low on health, except for Ella over there. So like I said, stick together, clear out as many as you can. Find the specimen. Alright, moving to Subzone 8. Blinding spore carriers and shutdown. It sounds like it should be on Subzone 2 or 3, right? It's not. It's on Subzone fucking 8. And it was really surprisingly easy. Tormentors, spikers, and I believe some smashers. Again, stick together and carve a path, you know, to the shutdown, or to the extraction. And then carve a path right to the shutdown site. Really simple. You just got to stick together. It's really crucial that you guys stick together, because you have so much more firepower and so much more bullets going at your enemies when you're together. You can down pretty much anything in one shot, especially if a couple of you guys have paralysis. There's nothing to be concerned about. A lot of people leave, especially when you're at health levels like this. But see, we go in, carve a fucking path. We don't even worry. This guy throws some stuns down, stuns him completely. I accidentally dropped it. I thought this was gonna fuck us. But they bought me enough time. Right at the last minute, and we got it. Like I said, I didn't die because I have permanent armor. You can get me right back up. And now we just book it, because we all know we can't keep taking hits like that. So we just shut the door on them. And that's Subzone 8. Subzone 9. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. You are a real one, and I appreciate it. This one was disappointing, but not because we lost, but because nothing happened when we armed the bombs. Literally, nothing happened. All we had to do was clear out the area, and once we cleared out the area, that was the last Archies we saw the entire rest of the Maelstrom protocol. I don't know if, it was a glitch in the game. I don't know if it was a matchmaking thing or it just didn't trigger. But yeah, we just cleared out all the nests that were actually in this room. And yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about. It was insane. It was an insane ending. But even though this may look like a cheap W, I almost got fucked because of it. Straight up. I almost got, literally, they almost gave me platinum because I didn't have enough points. So, like, all of these kills and these Archie kills right here were so crucial to getting me to diamond. Because nothing happened after this. Nothing. I was obviously happy, because you don't get easy W's like this, but it's obviously a cheap W, but it almost cost me. It almost cost me. The game almost cost me diamond just because it didn't give us any enemies during the subzone. As you can see here, we're just getting ready because we don't know, that they're not going to spawn anything. But we get ready, and because we know this is either going to be it, and we're either going to die or we're going to survive. So we're carefully looking at this and seeing where we should put our shit. I put my sentry right here in front of this spine, which would have been really clutch because that bomb was facing the turret, and that turret, guys, is insane when it's at work. It can literally stun lock anybody. Fortunately, we don't get to see it in action on the subzone. Well, I'll let you guys check this out. Isn't this ridiculous? I mean, we're at 51 seconds. Nothing. So I immediately start typing. So as you can see here, this is probably one of the luckiest Subzone 9s you're ever gonna see. Probably gonna see more on YouTube if it's like a bug or something, but this might be the only one or the first one that you'll see. But yeah, I'm just like, alright, good game, boys. We're done. I mean, obviously we're all gonna take it, right? But little do we know how much score we actually had in the end. But yeah, at this point we just make our way to the extraction. And that's pretty much it, guys. I know it was probably a very anticlimactic ending there, but a win's a win, I guess you could say, unfortunately. But as you can see here, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about with the scores. This was ridiculous. This was ridiculous. Check this out. Alright, so obviously I add these guys up because you only get so many randoms that are, you know, you get to Subzone 9 with. So obviously I'm checking the stats. This guy to my left went off. Life event. Or, yeah, life event. Just made it. Skinny ends up not making it. This is Mikey Goodfella 7 with Goodfella Gaming. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time.